My name is Sheree Williams. I have been a Habitat homeowner almost 4 years in December, and I do daycare for myself, in-home childcare.
And my name is Alicia Jenkins. I lived with my mother for, I believe, 2 years. Living with her actually helped me buy my own house. And since then, I have now been working for Procter & Gamble as a associate researcher.
When we first moved here, it was myself, my daughter, my son, and my granddaughter. My son is working, that's why he's not here. He is a lifeguard at a pool, and he is actually, hopefully, will be starting Wesleyan University in North Carolina in the fall. And that is something we are grateful to be able to at least be able to assist or help him out with. Since my loan is about to be paid off, I'll have the opportunity to at least be able to help him the way I wasn't able to help her, because she pretty much put herself through college. I was there supporting in not a financial way, but able to support her with her staying here and watching her daughter. But with him, with being in a Habitat home, it makes it affordable that I can also help him financially in his journey of college. So that's what he's going to be up to. But he runs track too, so he's got a scholarship to go to college for track. So he wants to do that.
Yeah. Seeing my mom go through the process of being a homeowner herself and the opportunities that it allowed her to go through for herself, I wanted that for my family as well, to be able to leave something behind as well for my daughter and future daughter.
I would say security, knowing I don't have to get up and move again. Being able to have a budget and knowing that next year the taxes might go up some, but it's not going to be such an increase that every year, like when you're in an apartment, you will go up maybe $20 on the lease every year. So that's good.
I think being a part of, living here with her again, it allowed me to actually go to school, and I didn't have to quite worry about rent at the time or anything. Like, I was able to save up, pay my way through school, save up for a house, and it literally was a lifesaver when it came to flying out of the nest. So it was going to school in the morning and working at night, and being able to have my mom here to help out, take care of my daughter, and like on the weekends being able to help build the house. The whole journey process was completely amazing to be able to even see the process of building a house, but it literally was the foundation for myself to be able to build off of for my family.
So the biggest takeaway for the both of us, I believe, was the financial classes, because those classes help us with that foundation, understanding our credit, understanding how to use it, when and when not to use it. That all plays such a big part in making sure we can maintain the house after having the house, and not only just the house itself, but other areas. Like, we were able to, we both actually had to get a car within 6 months of living here. So we were able to do that and pay them off as well, because we had that information and knowledge and how to do so.
And we're still incorporating that to this day in our debt-free plan. I mean, just this year alone, I've been able to pay off like 6 debts for me and my family. So it helped us tremendously.
And me personally, I have $3,000 left for my college. So my college payment will be paid in full and finished by the end of this year. And then I would only have the house as a payment. Of any debt will be my house, because that being debt free is my goal right now. Yeah. Wow, our neighborhood. So I have watched Bond Hill transform since I've been here. I actually noticed how my neighbors started improving their homes after we moved in. And I mean, from smaller stuff to big stuff. So I've watched people, I want to say at least 3 homes have did paint jobs. I've watched people put fences up, and I watched how the lawn care in the neighborhood started changing as their neighbors moved in, and just seeing how it's starting to transform the neighborhood as have other Habitat homeowners also come into the neighborhood. So it's really uplifting the neighborhood. Raising my children was the number one reason why I got into childcare. So when my granddaughter came along, I was like, well, I'm not giving it up now because I can watch my grandchild. And being in an apartment was a struggle with trying to keep it together and not have like enough space for everyone to really enjoy being there in a personal space, not just for childcare. But being in a Habitat home, however, allowed me not only to have space to have the 6 kids to freely be able to come and go and have our own personal space to enjoy as well, but also I was able to go into a transition to a type A, which means I can have 12 kids at one time, not just 6, which also means I can hire someone to work with me, and that brings about employment in the community. So having someone come in and be able to sit down with the children, work with the children alongside me is a great opportunity, and that's how it helped grow my business.
My mom has always been my best friend, and I feel like not everyone has the privilege to say that.
When you have a secure place to live, it will affect you and it will affect your children.
Yeah.
So when you are calm, you're relaxed, you're not stressed, you are able to give them that type of environment. And I know that's what helps our relationship, to be in that peaceful state of mind. And that's with any relationship. If you're at peace, you can peacefully handle different situations. And the stress of bills and not having that is one of the key things that was, I can say, for the last 4 years has been very grateful. And I think that's something you can't put a price on, because that's a generational blessing that is passed down. So having a home is great. Having information that you can pass down to your children that will sustain them in their home, in their children's home, is even greater, because I can say this house might go away, but that information I have, I can continue to pass that down. That she has it now, that she can pass it down to hers as well. So being in a Habitat house, it came with a great amount of support and information that is still there, and we still have access to it. So just being a part of the Habitat family, I feel like was a great blessing outside of just the home ownership by itself, because this is something that is gonna help go on and on even after I'm gone. Like she said, she watched how I took care of the house, how to keep the yard, how to maintain the home, how to get the gutters. My son got up there and cleaned the gutters, and then he put gutter shields inside the gutters. So those are just those things that came back to me, that this is something that I needed to do, and that was because of the training. So it's a blessing to be able to have the home, but if you don't keep the information that they teach you to keep the home, you will lose the home, and that's with any home. So that's why it's a great blessing to have and continue to have. You know, your extended family is a choice that you make, that you bring people into your life. So we made the choice to bring Habitat into our personal lives. But I can say it was family because they're still here supporting my mother for Age in Place program that I knew nothing about. And she sat there and told me about that. I'm like, what? Wow. So it's definitely a connection. And when I need stuff from the house, I go on over to the resource and find great things there. And then when I don't need anything anymore, I plop it on over there and donate it over there too. So it definitely means you get to choose this family to be a part of.
Yeah, and I would also agree with that simply because during the building process, it was like, I mean, you constantly were seeing majority of the same faces, and you're building a friendship and a relationship with them. And they even, played with Aria when she was little. One of the pictures I have, and I still look at to this day, is a picture of one of them putting their hard hat on her head, and she's just sitting there like looking up at them, and it's just the cutest little thing. So like having those memories of building the house and the bond that we made, and then on top of it, I think the most beautiful thing that we were literally just talking about before you guys arrived was signing different slabs of the wood that was placed into the home. Mm-hmm. And it was like well wishes and blessings upon us and the family, and we still feel that love in the house.
Yeah.
Always.